EnerSys, powerful solutions for a world that never stops.
Thank you for coming, everybody. My name is Jared Smith. I'm with EnerSys Industrial Batteries, have been for 9 years. For the last 2 years, I've been in the Emerging Technologies Department, and I've been focusing a lot on converting LP lift trucks to electric. So that's what I'm going to be talking to you about today, is converting your operation to electric-powered lift trucks. Basically, there are 6 areas or 6 drivers that we look at when we're doing an IC to electric conversion, and we can absolutely show you how we can positively impact every one of those drivers, whether it be performance, application, productivity, safety, savings, and sustainability. And I'm going to dig into each one of those here right now. So first and foremost, performance. In the past, we dealt a lot with objections when it came to performance of electric forklifts, because the old DC-powered forklifts couldn't keep up with the LP forklifts. All right, but in this day and age, with AC-powered forklifts, that's not the case anymore. The only way that an electric forklift cannot outperform an LP forklift is if you program it in the dashboard not to perform that well. Okay, an electric forklift, you can program it to spin the wheels off the back of it if you'd like to. Okay, but there is no performance issues between an electric forklift and an LP forklift anymore. Applications. Another objection in the past to converting to electric had to do with the fact that all electric-powered forklifts would have to be operating inside, because you couldn't operate them outside due to the moisture and wet conditions and whatnot. But now, virtually every forklift manufacturer offers an indoor-outdoor forklift. In fact, one of our best case studies or conversions actually was Atlantic Plywood up in New England. They did a 5-truck demo to verify whether or not the forklifts could work indoor and outdoor. And of course, in New England, you're not just dealing with rain or sun and rain. You've got snow and everything else that comes along with it. That 5-truck demo turned into a 20-truck conversion with their intent to convert the rest of their 90 trucks to electric forklifts. Productivity. Another objection in the past had to do with the fact when you ran an electric forklift for more than one shift, you needed a battery room. What you're looking at right here is what we would consider the new battery room. Those little boxes on the wall there behind the forklifts, that's a charging station, it's a refueling station, but it's also our new battery room. Okay? And so what we do now is we sell a lot of zero battery chain solutions. And what that means is you got one battery, one forklift, one battery, one charger. Okay, you eliminate the need to change out batteries, you eliminate the need to have a battery room on site. Okay, what that does, that maximizes your floor space, but it also maximizes the production of your employees as well. If you look at this right here, this is an example of a charge curve on an opportunity charge or a fast charge setup. Every down tick is when you're using the forklift, and every up tick is when you've plugged in the forklift on a break, on a lunch, on a shift change at the end of the day. And so what we do is we actually cater our solutions, our zero battery chain solutions, around your planned downtime. Okay? An LP forklift, when you run out of LP in that tank, when does that run out? It's never going to run out on a break. It's never going to run out on a lunch. It's never going to run out at the end of the shift. They're going to have to take time out of their productive day to go swap that LP tank. With our electric solution, with our zero battery chain solution, they're plugging up on your planned downtime. You already have them scheduled for a 15-minute break, a 30-minute lunch, a 15-minute break in the end of the day. All we're asking for is you to plug that into that charge station and top that tank off. Safety. One of my favorite stories to this right now is actually an IC to electric conversion opportunity we have in Florida. I visited last week. We took the electric forklift out. It's a heavy-duty application, indoor-outdoor application. Large paper roll clamps, so 12,000-pound lift trucks. We dropped the electric truck off and they grilled us. They didn't want the truck. They didn't think that it could perform what the LP truck did. There's a lot of things they had choice words about the electric forklift. The thing is, we left it there for 2 weeks. When we came back to pick it up, those same operators that were complaining about the lift truck being on site didn't want the lift truck to go away. Why? 12,000-pound lift truck, large motor, spitting out an obnoxious amount of fumes over the back end of that counterweight. They were sucking in fumes all day long, every day. The truck itself, as they put it, there was the eternal rattle from that LP forklift that gave their ears were ringing by the end of the day. So not only was their head aching from the fumes, but their ears were ringing from the rattle. And with that electric forklift, we eliminated all of that. So increased the safety for the employees. When it comes down to it, there's a bottom line savings as well. All right? When you look at the difference between running an electric forklift and an LP forklift, just the simple fact that 4 kilowatt hours is the equivalent of 1 gallon of LP. All right? So you're paying anywhere, or what we see in the market, you're paying anywhere from $1.29 to $2.75 per gallon of LP. On average, national average is about 10 cents per kilowatt hour. All right, so you're talking about spending about 40 cents in electricity versus anywhere from $1.29 to $2.75 per gallon. You get into any type of application, 2,000 hours or more per year, there's an immediate savings for converting to electric. The other thing as well, maintenance costs for electric forklifts over LP forklifts, about a 40% reduction. About a $1.10 to a $1.20 per operating hour to maintain an electric forklift versus a $1.75 or more for an LP forklift. We had one customer, Flexingate, up in Michigan, that converted over 200 forklifts from LP to electric. In one single year, they saved over $1 million in just fuel savings alone. All right? What you got to understand, when this slide was made, this was about 2 or 3 years ago when LP prices were at an all-time high. $2.50 is what they were paying. So I've heard a lot of pushback when we've gone out and attempted to convert customers because they said, well, you know what, the pain really isn't that bad anymore because I'm only paying $1.29, $1.30 for LP. So I always bring up this slide, and the reason being, they experienced $1 million per year savings with fuel costs at $2.50. So if you're paying $1.25, half of what you were paying the year before, you're still saving with this fleet over $500,000. So I understand that it's not as much of a pain as it was 2 or 3 years ago. It's still a pain, and what we try to do is bring light to what your expenses are when it comes to those LP lift trucks. And no matter which way you slice it, no matter which technology comes across the board, electric is still the cleanest energy source available to you to power your lift trucks. It is the greatest well-to-wheels carbon footprint. It's got the lowest carbon footprint of any fuel source out there. So in summary, why are we going to electric from LP? Save money, increase productivity, meet sustainability goals, and be good corporate citizens, as well as improve safety for your employees. Now what we do, and what I want to talk about right now, is how do we make conversions work for you and how do we make them make sense for you? And right here at ProMat 2017, we're rolling out our new consultative software package called EnerSys. Okay, and it's a means for us to help you as end users stop guessing as far as how you power your industrial lift truck fleet and start modeling. And so what we're able to do is use this software package and interact with you. Too often, the end user is sitting there and we're pitching this idea of converting to electric. And it's almost like we throw a bunch of information at the end users and the end user's like, well, you know, I don't know if it really makes sense. It doesn't really make sense for me. And so what we're able to do now is we are able to come out and model your application. So when it comes down to it, we come out and we take the information from you, your shift schedule, how you operate your employees, how your employees operate those lift trucks, when you take breaks, when you take lunches, when you take shift change, when the end of the day is, because all of those things matter. All of those things are the times that we're going to provide power to that lift truck in a zero battery change solution. We're able to come out, everything starts with a power study for your application. Whether it's a fuel log, where we come out and we track how much LP you're consuming each day or do a study based on your LP receipts for the last year, or whether it's doing a power study on an electric forklift on site. But we're able to take that data and we're actually plug it into our model so we know how much power we need to deliver back to your lift trucks over the course of a day. Once we do that, we spec out the appropriate battery, we spec up the appropriate charger, and what you see for the deliverable there in the middle, it tells us which battery is the appropriate battery for you, and it tells you which battery or which charger is going to deliver the output at the bottom, which is a charge curve, which tells us that this model works for you, works for your application. You can have confidence in the solution that we've delivered to you. This is just the application portion of it. There's a financial portion of it as well, where we actually take the cost that you incur with your maintenance, with your fuel costs, and your productivity costs, and we can deliver an actual ROI and a total cost of ownership output for you as well. But that's what we do. That's what we focus on. We've had over 7,500 conversions in the last 6 years, and we see this as the way going forward for us to tap into to market that we've never tapped in before, and also bring benefits to you as the end users. So if you have any questions about this, if you have any interest in modeling one of your locations or your location specifically, we're here at the booth. Any one of the sales engineers here can actually do this model for you. I did it earlier today. It takes us about 15 to 20 minutes to actually look at one of your sites and at least give you a brief overview of what we can do or the potential solutions for your application. And then we can always dig in deeper and fine-tune that thing going forward. But thank you.